you wake up the next day, how do you kind of shake off the appearance that you had to make yesterday in what was, I'm sure, unusual circumstances?
Yeah, honestly, same as any other game. You look back, you assess, you try and learn from it, and then you start directing your attention to tomorrow's game.
When you've been in goalie tandems before in your career and your fellow goalies struggling, like what role do you kind of try to assimilate for yourself to just kind of show some support, I guess, like especially like in Samsonov's case?
Yeah, I mean, it's just being a good teammate. You know, it's a different dynamic, you know, with the two goalies on the team. Obviously, we've all been through it, and you know, we feel for each other. So honestly, it's just something you just try and be a good teammate and push each other in practice. And you know, I don't have any doubt that we'll get it turned around here.
Today, how do you kind of flesh out yesterday's performance before practice today?
Yeah, you know, I mean, pissed off about how we played yesterday, and I mean, not helping out our goalies and stuff. So that was maybe one of the worst games that we've played. I think giving up so many chances and stuff and leaving them to dry. So I think that's something that we need to improve on and focus on in practice today.
Is that particularly disappointing just because, you know, Ilya's kind of been battling it a little bit this season, that like maybe in that kind of situation it could be like a fear that like it could hurt him a little more?
Well, like I said, we didn't go out there and help him throughout the game, and so we didn't make it easy on him. And I mean, we're there to help him and get through it. I mean, we know what kind of goalie that he can be, so he'll be there. He'll be there again.
You wake up today, how do you kind of just flush out yesterday's game, or do you try and learn from it before heading out to practice here today?
Yeah, I mean, you try to take some notes and just kind of take away what we can learn from it, the mistakes we made, and how we can, you know, get better from that. You know, we don't want to spend too much time on you know, our bad play, but and I think it was good for us to just kind of get to the rink and get re-energized and just get back on the ice and you know, get some puck touches and just grind it out and you know, find our legs again.
You guys have gone through quite a little bit here. You know, there was the flu bug, there was the lot of games in such a short period of time. This, I think, is like your second practice in like 15 days or something. Like, how much do you take advantage of these kind of opportunities to kind of maybe just nail down, I don't know if it's fundamentals or things that you kind of have to work on to maybe tighten things up? Or
yeah, no, I mean, you said it, like you got to tighten it up. Systems wise, I think we got to spend a little bit more time on it. It's nice to have this kind of opportunity to spend some time on the ice together and just tighten up our systems, our special teams, you know, kind of getting chemistry with our lines. It definitely helps. You know, I think this past stretch has been you know, obviously, you know, very hectic with the amount of games, but it's nice to get here and just to be able to kind of get adjusted to, you know, our line mates and the systems.
You've played with Mitch and Austin before. It looks like you might be playing with them again. What stands out about when those two guys are on the ice together and you're playing with them?
Yeah, I mean, they have incredible chemistry together. You know, I kind of just have to, you know, find a way to join that. You know, find a way to be in good areas for them and good spots. But you know, they're two elusive players that love to play with the puck. So, you know, my job stays the same, is to, you know, play simple and get them the puck and just get to areas where I can find myself in an open spot. But yeah, I mean, they're truly incredible players, and it's you know, it's a blessing, and I'm pretty fortunate to play with those guys.
Yeah, Austin seems to be on a heater. What did you make of the type of goal he scored in that game off the boards there before going in? Is that just his natural ability, or is he just feeling it, luck? Like,
I guess he's just feeling it, you know. You know, he's an unreal goal scorer, and just that kind of shows it. You know, he just get him the puck, and always you know, finds the way to the back of the net, no matter how it is, if it's pretty or not pretty. I think he's always the one that's scoring those goals. So it's good to have him hot. You know, good to have him in you know, his you know, good physique and stuff. So it's really good that he's playing well for us.
What do you remember from that Jackets game last week? That I mean, when you play the opponents so close together, I'm sure there's things that kind of stick out, like the ability to come back, but also just kind of the way it started and everything like that.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't playing that game obviously, so I wasn't in the lineup, but so I didn't get to see the first two periods. I only saw the third period, where we came back, and I just, you know, saw the resilience in our group and how much we fought back, and how tenacious we are when it comes to, crunch time hockey, 6-on-5, how we're able to get around the net and score those goals. It shows a lot of, the heart and character of this team. So, I think we just got to show them through the full 60 and don't let teams kind of get back in the games or get the early jump.
You wake up, fresh day. What was your approach to practice? You kind of spend a lot of time, a little bit of time kind of looking back on yesterday, or?
Yeah, we spent significant time on yesterday as a coaching staff. Not as much time when we actually get in front of the players, but we certainly talked about it, went through it, made it very clear what was unacceptable yesterday and why the game goes the way that it does. So you're honest about that, and then you go out and in a short amount of time here, given that we got to play again tomorrow, you've got to get it out on the ice and look to fix it.
I know there's been times like in other games you're looking back on, you kind of mentioned things like, the team hasn't had the puck as much as last year and maybe some of the results of the ability to come back. I don't know if a game like this kind of helps enforce those lessons, that it's not always going to be the ability to kind of come back and get those results, that you kind of have to have it for all 60 minutes.
Yeah, I'm less focused on that and more focused on just the fact that it is a highway to our net. We've got to make it way harder for teams to get to our net. And, at times this season we've done that very well. I thought we went through about a 10-game stretch, probably somewhere around game 10 to 20 in that area where I thought we were defending really well and really slowing things up. I found here of late that we've regressed back in that area. We've been finding ways to get results and we've been scoring, and some of that stuff hasn't hurt us necessarily, but it's been lingering. And last night it was a combination of us not being good and then playing against a good team. I look at it, I go back and I watch it and stand on the bench, and from a player to player and through the roster perspective, just on pure talent and skill, that might have been as good a team as we've played all season. The results haven't been as strong as other teams in the league, but you look at the skill level that they have, and you have a night where we defend like we do, and that's what it's going to look like.